We're going to talk professionals foosball.
Foosball.
Foosball. You and your foosball friends.
That's right.
Ricky
Ricky
Bobby Boucher.
Bobby Boucher. That's right.
All right. Ready? Is that the one? Hold on 1 second, or I'm ready. Okay.
That was him flicking it off.
I
am ready, but fuck
if
you.
he had said it this way, I would have thought it was a flick off, but he had it this way, so.
I know
we're recording, dude. Now I got to go back and fix all of that. Okay, please note that the content from the Wyatt does not represent the content of the program.
Fair enough. This is not supported and or endorsed by Odyssey.
Or the home team, 512.
The People's Radio.
Yeah, the radio of the people.
The radio of the people.
For the people.
For the people.
Right.
Odyssey. The radio for the people.
It's a mess out there in the world, isn't it?
Oh, it's craziness, man.
Just, all right.
All right.
Hello, Austin, Texas. You're listening to the home team with Troy and Wyatt. We're bringing sports and money together for your education and entertainment. If you have any questions about anything we are going to say, please reach out to me at loansfromtroy.com, or you can give me a call at 855-299-HOME. And as always, this segment is brought to you by Security National Mortgage, where we turn houses into homes by financing
Your
American dream. You know,
hey, it's been
almost
a while.
brought a little tear to my eye.
I've been absent.
Yeah, you've been out like gallivanting the free world.
You don't know. I come up in this parking lot and they say, no, you're not allowed.
Right.
I was,
Yes. We were trying to bump ratings, so
I heard ratings went down. Big time.
Oh.
That's why I'm back.
Okay, so we're not talking about the A&M record. That's later.
Oh, hush your mouth. Don't even start. I was dreading coming in. I was almost, if I hadn't been here for a while, I would have probably called in sick. Don't want to talk about it. But anyway.
But let's talk about something positive.
There we go. Yeah.
49ers?
Shut your mouth. What is wrong with you? Yeah, we just had 14,000 people just turn off their radios. Well, maybe. So, no, Dallas Cowboys are doing okay again. I guess Dak, is he, it's hard to tell. They had a great game against the Giants. Is it just playing a bad team, or do they really look good?
Well,
it's hard to tell. So,
what's funny about that is that he actually had a really good game against the Eagles the week before.
Right.
He really did. He had a good game. And if it wasn't for a step out at the 2-yard line and a 2-point conversion, they would have won that game.
Right. No, it's some bad efficiency.
They would have won that game. He stepped out. But I'm just saying, but that and the there were two plays that we're talking 2 inches away from, the Cowboys winning that play at the Eagles, right? And this is the Eagles' kind of opportunity to separate themselves. And the Cowboys were 2 plays away from winning that game. So, did they play really well? Yes.
Well, Cowboys fans were back, right? We're always back. Dak is the guy. Last week he wasn't. This week he is. It's just, it's like being in a bad relationship, right?
Oh my God.
But
battered Cowboy syndrome.
That's right. But they're playing the Panthers, so this is. If you're gonna prove that you're back and you're on all cylinders, this is gonna be the game because. Man, Young, I don't know. That team is looking solid. So they're 1-7.
Yeah,
This is going to be it. We'll see. If they do beat them, I'll be a believer. I'll go buy my Cowboy hat again.
If they beat the 1-7 team,
if they beat the Panthers, why not?
Well, because they did lose to the Cardinals, who are 1-7.
Yeah, well.
And they lost poorly to the Cardinals, who are 1-7.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
It's almost like, and I'm so sorry for all of my fans out there that are, of the Maroon descent. It's almost like losing to Appalachian State or something.
Right. So, well, hey.
Hits just keep coming.
Did you see how I just skipped past that?
Hits just keep coming.
So, so next is Houston Texans, and I tell you what, they might have Rookie of the Year in that quarterback.
And what's funny is that our previous co-host, Colt Man 11, he called that shot at the draft. He said that he thought that the Texans got the best quarterback in the draft.
Well, C.J. Stroud is doing good, man. Honestly, it's been fun to watch him. Used to it'd be like, the Houston Texans are on. Is there anything else? Now I'm watching it.
Yeah,
I'm interested.
It's kind of like Colorado Buffaloes. I watch Colorado football because it's exciting. Now I'm watching the Texans because it's exciting.
Well, we'll talk a little bit about the Colorado Buffaloes and what that has to do with A&M at the last segment. But no, this year I'm with you. No, I'm with you. No, we'll talk more about that. It's not that it's crazy. I think it's crazy too. But anyway, so I'll be watching. I'm getting back into watching the Texans, to be quite honest,
Yeah.
and the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Again, we're from Austin, so we
get
can
to pick-
root for both.
We
right?
can pick whoever we want.
We can.
They say that I tried when the Cowboys were really bad, and I tried to move over to the Texans, and there's just not that I can watch.
It's not the Oilers.
It's
It's
not.
not the
It's
Oilers.
not. There's not
Yeah.
It's not the team that inspired me to
It's
to
not
continue
Phillips.
watching them.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah. It's they don't have history. They don't have history, but we're going to see if they can make it. I mean, I want another good Texas team, and hopefully they can pull it out. C.J. Stroud's their guy.
Absolutely. You know what's funny too is that unfortunately I do think that in the NFC everyone's playing for second place.
Yeah, that's a pretty
I
tight
mean,
race. There's like 3 or 4, they're battling for playoff.
Yeah, and that I hate them. I hate to even say it, but the 49ers look good.
No, of course
They look real good.
They really do.
And that's the funny
I
thing.
like him too.
Yeah.
So that's a good sports story. So I like those.
Yeah, watching first of all, he's Mr. Irrelevant, the last person drafted in the draft.
Right.
He was a separated shoulder away from playing in a Super Bowl his rookie year.
Right.
He's won the most consecutive games as a rookie starter. He loses two serious offensive weapons, goes 0-3, gets those weapons back, and all of a sudden he's the greatest quarterback. I mean,
you're gonna get some Cowboy fans after you right now.
because watched Brock a lot because he was an Iowa State guy. So as a Longhorn fan, we saw Brock a couple times, and I didn't realize how good of a quarterback he is. Now I'm going back and watching that and seeing what Iowa State did before he was quarterback and after he was quarterback. That kid carried that team, man.
He did.
I mean, that kid's got the moxie. When everybody talks about the it, he's got it.
Well, he's game time, right? He's not practice time. He's game time.
Yeah.
And that's probably why he didn't raise. Some people are not that good in practice, but it comes to game time that adrenaline pumps in. They're warriors.
Yeah.
He's one of them. So.
Yeah. He was dropping dimes. Over linebackers, under corners, into the hands. That kid looked good.
Almost as good as you and I.
Almost
as good as you and I.
I have to throw right-handed to look that good, but
depends on the day. I do right.
Yeah,
I can't run 5 yards. So let's be honest.
He looked amazing, just flat out amazing. And so I think that I don't think people are going. I think he might be that next guy that nobody really thought about, because Drew Bledsoe was kind of that guy. Drew Bledsoe was. Drew Brees. Drew Bledsoe too.
Absolutely.
Because he was 6th round. Drew Brees was 3rd round. These were kids that just kind of were drafted, and if Dak could ever stop being the part that makes him, a Cowboys quarterback right now, Dak could be that guy to talk about. Got picked up late 3rd, early 4th, I can forget, round, and
it's only because of the Tony Romo preseason injury that he got it. They got the shot.
There are several quarterbacks, but Drew Bledsoe, not Drew Bledsoe, Tom Brady.
Tom Brady's number one.
Tom Brady,
right? Yeah.
6th round, 7 championships, and then you got Drew Bledsoe, he was 3rd round, and one for sure. So these are moments in time that people don't you miss. That shows you how difficult it is to understand the mind of a 22-year-old.
Well, and you also it goes to show, even with college football, again, we'll talk about it. You can't buy lightning in a bottle. You can't buy it. It's a phenomenon. It just comes out of nowhere, and it's sometimes sports is chance, right? It's chance, and you never know.
Yeah.
So, but the other thing that I was hoping would be chance is Bijan Robinson. I was hoping to hear highlights, and I was going to be a Falcons fan this year, but I don't know what Arthur Smith's not playing him. He's not playing some of their key players, and I was really hoping he'd blow it up in his rookie year, but he hadn't got the opportunity, man. I don't get it.
And what's funny about that too is that he actually had a very good campaign. Yeah. But I think that it's looking through the prism, right? It's like we saw this glass, we saw through the glass, and he was going to have, 1,400 rushing yards and all this sort of stuff. So we're comparing him to our mind as opposed to comparing him to, the numbers.
Well, they interviewed Smith, and they kind of put him in a corner, and they said he gave a 4-minute return, which means he doesn't know, and he has some kind of algorithm he's trying to stick to, and not push outside. Coaching, it's easy for us to sit back and say it, but he has something he's sticking to, and it just doesn't make sense to me. You have this phenomenal running back, and I'd love to. They'll be in the red zone. They don't use them. They'll be having to get a first down. They don't use them. Why not?
he's got 125 rushes, 612 yards. A little over halfway through the season, so he could have a 1,000-yard season as a rookie.
Right.
It won't take much. But it is weird. It is weird because he's having a decent season, but he's not having a season that we all think he could.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, you've been listening to the Home Team with Troy and Wyatt. We hope you've enjoyed what you've heard so far. If you have any questions, please reach out to me at loansfromtroy.com, or you can give me a call at 855-299-HOME. And as always, this segment is brought to you by Security National Mortgage, where we turn houses into homes by financing
Your
American Dream. See you in just a minute.